Hello and welcome to the Mike Guarneri podcast. This is episode number 31. So, we left off talking about the Kabbalah. And if you did not hear yesterday's episode, on February 15th, episode number 30, you should go back and listen to that first before you listen to this podcast today. But before I get started talking about the Kabbalah, an extremely rare event happened today. It's like a comet or an eclipse that happens so infrequently. And that event is I got a haircut, long overdue haircut. So I feel a lot better now. I don't feel like I'm wearing a rug on my head or feeling heavy on the head. So I'd like to point that out. That's why I don't have my trademark Irish cap on today. It'll return tomorrow, though. I want to go over half a dozen misrepresentations of the Kabbalah. And we're talking Kabbalah K, the Jewish Kabbalah. And these misconceptions that I'm going to tell you about are courtesy, or not about courtesy, but I took them from um, Mr. Tony Kozenak at Cab U, which is run by the B'nai Baruch. So, first misconception is that Kabbalah is a religion. It is not a religion in any way of life. It's a philosophy of life, but not a religion. The second misconception is Kabbalah is Jewish mysticism or just mysticism in general. That as well is false. The Kabbalah is a science. It's not a mysticism. Kabbalah is magic. Well, that also is false. It's not magic either. The fourth misconception is that you must be Jewish in order to study the Kabbalah. It's not true. Anybody can study the Kabbalah who desires to do so. The fifth misconception is that you must master preliminary wisdom before studying the Kabbalah. That's not the case. Any newbie is welcome. I'm a newbie. I didn't have to study any preliminary information before I started learning about the Kabbalah. So that is false, that you have to master some preliminary wisdom before studying the Kabbalah. And the last misconception I have, or misrepresentation, is that Kabbalah is the same as Eastern teachings. It is not the same. There might be similarities, but Kabbalah is different than Eastern teachings. So, after going through those misconceptions, and I think I said this yesterday, I want to reiterate the only requirement for studying the Kabbalah is a sincere desire to discover the meaning of life. And that means if you're like reached a point where you're like, what else is there? I need to know more. That's when you're ready to study the Kabbalah. So today's podcast was a short one because I didn't want to combine different topics. So as a reminder, if you haven't already gone to MikeGuarneri.com and signed up for my email list, please do so now. I'm working on some really interesting things, some cool things that are going to be coming out over the next month or so, and I don't want you to miss them. So once again, it's MikeGuarneri.com. The link is in the description. Until tomorrow, stay well.